Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our final matchup of the night. We got to see two super quick sweeps, so hopefully the Titan League does not disappoint us as we have the Krakens taking on the Reapers. And I am joined by a familiar face here. Jaegers, how you doing, dude?
Well, I'm back, and I didn't realize I was gonna be back tonight, but I got dragged to this call and told I was casting, so
Mm-hmm.
I could be worse. However,
Yep.
we do have a banger matchup on our hands, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not gonna be a sweep. I'm not gonna predict this one. You could predict it, Squirrel, because last time I predicted it, it was a 3-0 sweep.
Well, normally I would pick Krakens to win this one pretty easily, like 3-0. But I was looking at some quick match facts that y'all saw on the stream beforehand, and I saw that Make a Wish has like 30 demos, and that is nuts, and that is crazy to deal with at this level. So I think if he keeps that up this series, then it's gonna tilt the Krakens, and I think Reapers could actually win this one 3-1, 3-2.
Ah, that'd be very impressive considering the Krakens are the number one team in power rankings,
Mm-hmm.
led by Luca and Mitch. And Coffee, I hear, is no slouch himself. But on the other hand, Bluey leads Titan with 2.44 saves a game. That is insane, Squirrel. That's MVP number of saves a game.
And he's gonna need it because we know the Kraken's offense. We've seen them on stream already. Their offense is impressive. Uh, it will just lock you in, and they'll take tons of shots. But if Bluey's able to keep those saves out, then Reapers have a chance. And we already saw last time the Krakens were on stream. I think it was Sendit saved so many of the Kraken's shots, and because of his defensive effort, they almost got the reverse sweep. But unfortunately just fell short in game 5. So Kraken's strong offense, but it seems like they struggle against really good defenses.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an immovable object versus unstoppable force, and I mean, if you can't get those shots on target, if you can't get past the defense, defense wins championships, Squirrel. And I mean, we've seen how good an offense does, like in various sports, but at the end of the day, defense is what you need to win.
Right, like we had a quote with our soccer team. It was, if you score a lot of goals, you'll win sometimes. If you never get scored on, you can't lose. So I agree with you there. Defense does win championships, and I should probably let the viewers know that if you were confused as to why Psycho's name was on the screen earlier, but we have Jaeger's, Psycho just started game 5. So prayers for him. Let's hope Psycho wins. We're big Psycho fans here. But thankfully, we found the stud Jaegers to join us. And uh, who's your player to watch, Jaegers?
I have quite a few players to watch. Squirrel, this is Titan League. Everyone pops off, but normally I'd say Luca, but I'm gonna say Mitch. Mitch is very mechanical, could
Mhm.
pop off. Uh, does known to have a highlight play here and there. Luca, a very solid player himself, but I mean, if you're looking for a highlight play, I say Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch definitely one of those like sleeper picks at 1908 MMR. Uh, very solid pickup for his MMR. And Coffee, I think Coffee's going to be the one to look out for because they had the chance to draft Zinvez, who is about the same MMR as Coffee, and we know how good Zinvez is, but they chose Coffee instead. So he's got to pop off. He's got to show that he was worth that draft pick. But on the Reaper side of things, I think Sizz, 1926 MMR, uh, gonna be a pop-off player, especially if he's named after a former RLCS pro.
Absolutely. I mean, Sis with, I believe it's three Z's if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he was one of the players I did hear about before the draft. If I'm not mistaken, a 2K player, Squirrel, or am I wrong on that? Sis.
1926.
1926. A bit ways from 2K, but I mean, hopefully he pops off in this one.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. And Krakens in that division with Blizzard, Inferno, and Bananas. So they they have a lot of tough teams coming up. So their 2-0 record is impressive, but with a bunch of tough teams coming up in their division, that could change. Whereas Reapers, they're gonna get a lot of their tough teams out of the way early on. But the lobby's up, we're ready, and we are into this one as the kickoff bounces off that sidewall. Bluey and Jarhead double commit as Jarhead, a rival league sub up for the Reapers, trying to avoid that forfeit. And how do you think that is going to affect the dynamics of this game?
Well, Scroll, he's a Challenger League sub up,
Oh,
but I will say this though, Pinnacle did have a Novice League sub up in their game and they won, so it could be bad for them. It could work out just fine, and we'll have to see.
a novice league in a Titan game,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and
I
they
was
they
they
they took
3-1.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. They so we didn't find out about it till after game 1, and they won, and they just wanted to stick with it. So we let them, and yeah, they ended up taking it 3-1.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, the score is tied. So Jarhead doing a decent job of keeping pace, but Luca with a great little ground shot to put the first goal in.
Luca just a bit quicker, bounces off the ceiling, bounces it off the ground, and not quite a pinch, but he puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think like 100-mile-per-hour pinch goal would have been insane there, but Luca doing what he does best, finding opportunities to score, uh, take the early lead here as Sis looking to make something happen, but Mitch on that sidewall, very solid player at stopping the other team's pressure. Jarhead beats one. Coffee sends that one way across. Mitch is there to control it. A dangerous spot up the backboard, looking for a pass down, but just puts it a little out of reach as Sis demoed on the transition. Mitch can't quite get it going in the back on the backboard. Bluey passing that one out to Sis. Sis with control gets the flick, and he puts it in to tie it up.
Nice little passing play from, I believe that was Bluey to Sis. Sis takes control and just flicks it back by Coffee to tie up this game.
Yeah, good ball control there and good small ball play from Sis, showing that, even though they've got a challenger sub up, it's not the end of the world. They can still hang in this one as Bluey bounces that one down. This ball in the middle. Mitch, a good cutoff there as Sis was in position. Mitch looking to control this ball up high, pop down. Jarhead's up. Jarhead can't quite get there fast enough as this ball goes back to the middle. 2 players up for the Krakens though. Luca gonna put it to safety and relieve all that pressure as Mitch coming in to make something happen. Jarhead can't quite get the touch, but he might have faked one in the corner. Luca looking to get a pass out middle here. He does, and Mitch just not quite able to get there, and that is a rare miss from this Kraken squad.
The ball just a tad too fast for Mitch as he barely misses Bluey, almost getting a shot there on the opposite end. But this pressure from Krakens, like, it is really just unrelenting. They're staying on the Reaper's side of the half the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jarhead with a light touch. Coffee, a big dunk back middle, but Sis gonna boom that one out of his half. This ball missed by Luca. Mitch has him covered though, as Luca gonna send it down. An awkward ball here in the box. Bluey, good control. And one thing I'm really liking right now, Jaegers, is the control from these Reapers Titan players is just so solid right now.
Absolutely. They're not playing bang ball. They're just tapping it past the defense. Bluey doing well there to stay on his mark and reading the whiff by Mitch. And with 1 minute, 30 seconds left, we are all tied up in this game 1.
Jarhead actually put one towards the net, but it was just slightly off. Luca Looked like he was low boost there. Jarhead couldn't quite get it. Fakes one out. A 50 comes out. Coffee, a good spot to follow that one up. Bluey, quick little shot on net. Sent away easily by Mitch as he's going to control this one up the sidewall. Looking to make something happen here as Luca's in the midfield. Luca with a
Oh,
shot! He
man.
flings it right by the defense.
The chemistry between Mitch and Luca is unmatched as Mitch gets a pass off the sidewall and Luca flings in the back of the net. And with a minute left, Krakens take the lead.
Yeah, a good passing play there from the Krakens. 81 miles per hour from that close. You almost have no reaction time. And another shot by Luca, strong but saved away by Bluey. As awkward for the Reapers here, stuck in net. Mitch, a good bump. Coffee keeping the pressure in. Jarhead sends it towards his own net, and it's wide, as it almost had an unfortunate own goal there, Jaegers.
Absolutely. The key word is almost, Squirrel, as they were able to get that one away, but with 20 seconds left, they need a goal and they need it fast. And the thing I always say, Squirrel, is it doesn't matter how much you lose by, a loss is a loss. So in that case, Reapers need to start sending the whole house. They're getting bumps and almost open up for Jarhead, but Luca clears it away and is streaking down the field, and it's looking like Krakens are going to take the game 1 victory.
Yeah, Luca just killing that one, not even letting Mitch go for the 0-second goal. Really showing respect for this Reapers roster, making sure to just get that ball down and kill it so they can guarantee the one game advantage here in this best of 5. But you mentioned demos from the Reapers there at the end. Is that something you want to see more of, or do you think there are other adjustments that they can make as well?
Honestly, with a sub coming in, we could see an entirely different Reapers game plan. I mean, Jarhead, as good as he is, he's still a Challenger League player in a Titan match. So it'll definitely be better for the Reapers to have their actual roster on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jarhead only getting 50-ish points in that first match. And I know points aren't everything, but when you're only putting up 50, then it kind of shows the impact you're having in that game. And for the Reapers to only lose by 1 while having a player that has 50 points, that's kind of it kind of gives you a silver lining to look at if you're a Reapers fan.
Absolutely. And if you're a Reapers fan, you're going to get excited if they play well against the number 1 team in Titan with 2 Titans and a challenger sub up there. That's a scary team. And I mean, look for them to pop off in this next game.
Yeah, and that's something that the power rankers look at. They really take into account who's playing in these rosters, and for even though they lost that game 2-1, that might bump them up a little bit in next week's PR, just because they did have a challenger sub up and only lost by 1, and had decent pressure and really competed with the Krakens in shots. And we'll see how this sub adjustment plays out as Make-A-Wish, my favorite name in the Titan League, is now in this game.
Well, Squirrel, it's kind of a double-edged sword because if they don't do better with their actual roster in, that's not necessarily a good thing, as there's a little bit of pressure on the Reapers. They had kept it close in game 1 with the Challenger League sub up, but can they do the same with their full roster? Can they win this next game?
Well, Jaegers, I'll have an answer for all those questions in about 4.5 minutes, as hopefully we have a resolution by then. But I would be okay with an overtime as well. We need some action here after having 2 sweeps. Coffee up high. Mitch shooting that one wide. Luca there for the follow-up there as no one rotated back into goal.
Luca, the sole goal scorer for the Krakens in this series, is really popping off. Puts another one in. All he really needed to do there was just hit the net. But regardless, way to be there. And Krakens go up early in this one. And let's see if Reapers can answer back.
need to, because you definitely don't want to go down 2-0 against this Kraken squad. Or actually, maybe you do, because last time they were up 2-0 on stream.
Oh man,
Oh, what a bounce out, and Coffee there to send it in.
Luca just missing that one, gets it off the pinch, does the pre-flip for the shot, and Coffee is there. And already matching their goal total from the last game. And right now, the Reapers are reeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And, something we didn't really mention, but is definitely a possibility, is that with a Challenger League sub up, it's certainly possible that Luca and Mitch might not have taken that game one as seriously as they could have. And, taking it a little more seriously, we might get to see the Krakens absolutely pop off as they have all the shots in this game, or not all the shots. They have 2 saves to Reaper 0, and they have doubled the shots.
Oh no, as Bluey is just going to put that one in the back of the net. I'm not sure what happened there, Squirrel.
I think Blue was trying to beat the Kraken's player, and it went a little too fast. Own goaled that one, and you hate to see that, and that's something that we don't see a whole lot of in the Titan League. So, Twitch chat, make sure you get your novice moment emotes out, as Mitt gonna make this one 4-0.
Mitch just going to 50 the whole team, as I didn't even have a view there, as it was just kind of hovering over the boost for a second. But Mitch going to make this one a 4-0 game with 3 minutes left. The Krakens are popping off on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, it's looking dominating, as Luca shows off some mechanics there on the wall. Mitch, a good pop towards the net. Can he get there? And a dunk from Coffee. 5-0.
Oh my goodness. I thought Make-A-Wish had the save and he was there, but Coffee just read the man and 50'd it into the back of the net. And oh my goodness, this Krakens team is something else.
The Krakens, as they are up 5-0, and Jaegers, I don't even know what adjustments you could make if you're a Reapers fan, or a Reapers player, because it seems like they're just getting shut down in every aspect right now.
They really are. They just need shots on target. It seems like the Reapers have been on their whole half, the whole game. They're not doing passes. They're not demoing, and I know it's easier said than done. And I'm just a challenger player, but they need to do something to stop the bleeding. That's 6 goals in 2.5 minutes. Half a game gone by, and the Krakens are just having their way with them right now.
Yeah, and 2 players really respecting Luca's touch there, and Luca just plays it soft and lower below everybody for his hat trick. With honestly about half the game left to play, they're on pace for a Brazil now that Sis finally puts one in.
Sis is gonna put one in the back of the net, but I mean, with 2 minutes left and 5 goals to make up, like you gotta think it might be too little, too late, barring an insane comeback. But I mean, if they do it, it'll be amazing. I'm just gonna say that.
Score 6 in about half the game. I think Reapers can too, but Kraken's hoping that doesn't happen, as that would be one of the greatest comebacks in Titan League and Nemesis history. As Sis plays this one up, gets a flip reset, doesn't get the flip, I guess. Bluey pops that one up, and none of his team Jaegers was there to follow that up.
No, just a very dangerous ball by Bluey. Very impressive. But no one was there to make the shot, and the Krakens got away with one right there.
Yeah, absolutely, as that one definitely could have been 6-2, as Mitch sends that one down. Bluey pops that one middle, Sis is there, just a little too high. Mitch playing that one to the corner, gets it past one. Make-A-Wish fakes Mitch out. Bluey gonna have control, going for a double touch. This is gonna be a tight angle, he can't quite get it. Make-A-Wish sends it into Coffee. Is keeping the pressure on, as finally, Jaegers, it seems like we have some signs of life here from the Reapers.
Absolutely, and Squirrel, if you look at the the scoreboard, Make-A-Wish is having a bit of ping issue. Uh, but we'll have to see. I mean, in the past 2 minutes, the Krakens haven't scored again, and that could breathe a little bit of life into this Reapers team. Like, and they could look to build off it in the next game.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken score 6 in the first 2.5 minutes, and
Oh, hold on.
unless this goes in,
Yeah, that's
and
the Brazil. Welcome
that
to
is
Brazil.
that is the Brazil. It took them 2 minutes since their last goal to put one in.
I mean, 2 minutes, but they got the job done. And if I'm the Reapers, I'm on full reset mode right now. Look at the next game, 0-0, and just look to reverse sweep them. As Luca is going to put another one in at this point, it just isn't fair.
A little bit worse than a Brazil, but you can't really. Yeah, at this point, you're not even worried about the score of this one. If you're a Reapers player, you're game planning for next game. You're praying that Make-A-Wish's internet
Oh
doesn't
my
get worse,
goodness.
as a ninth goal comes out from Mitch. As I think this is the highest number of goals scored on stream in season 7.
Uh, I mean, at least so far, that's a ridiculous number, especially in a Titan match. I mean, Krakens, buddy, they're already dead. Stop it. As Bluey is going to put one on target, gets a goal back, tries to steal a little bit of momentum for this last game, but so far, I mean, the Krakens have been on an entirely different level.
Yeah, and Luca 5 goals, 3 assists, 2 saves, 6 shots, and over 1,000 points as the man is looking to pad some Player of the Week stats. And he's got a good
Oh,
scoreline to
wait.
do it. They're trying to get a little fancy here, almost with a nutty play, trying to get a highlight play to end it off, but the ball is going to touch the ground, and finally that nightmare of a match is over for the Reapers.
And Bluey leaving the lobby could have a potential car change. Hopefully not a rage quit, as the Reapers look to bounce back in this one. And Squirrel, I don't even know what the Reapers can do. Like
Well,
I'm trying to look and see, but I mean, there's just I don't know how they stop this Kraken's offense.
Well, they had a few signs of life there at the end, so if they can just kind of cling on to those, try to put some pressure on, take some of the boost from the Kraken's players, and just you got to get your shot totals up. Like the Krakens outshot them massively, and as we head into game 3, we're looking at 3 for 3 with sweeps here on the stream.
I'm, I mean, fingers crossed it doesn't happen. I still have faith that this Reapers team can steal one, but it's going to be a hard task as the Krakens are showing why they're the #1 team in power rankings.
Yeah, absolutely, and maybe just bring Jarhead in because it wasn't looking pretty, and Mitch trying to start things off early here, but the shot is wide. Mitch, good job getting back on defense though. Bluey playing that one to the middle. Luca in the right spot. Coffee, good control there. Gets it up. Mitch already in the air. He gets a nice shot in the bottom right corner.
Mitch just kind of catches the defense leap, and he pre-jumped that from half field. But already, Mitch, the Krakens picking up where they left off. But I will say this, Squirrel. The Reapers, that was probably Make-A-Wish's first game on if he couldn't play for the previous one. And it does take a second to kind of get your bearings in a mechanical game like Rocket League. So it could just be stream nerves. It could be just be he needed a second to get the rotations down. But we'll have to see in the rest of this game 3.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish, I think, was stuck in traffic before that game, so coming in cold, and it definitely showed. Is Coffee gonna pitch that one middle? A double commit from the Reapers, but a double commit right back from the Krakens. Gonna give Sizz control, and we've seen what he can do with it. Looks for Bluey, pass, the shot, saved away by Luca. Luca, a great follow-up touch as Titan players just showing off their pure speed right now.
Absolutely. And already it's looking like a more competitive game than last, albeit the Reapers haven't been able to get a goal yet. But in terms of pressure, it looks pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Sizz with a great dunk and a good bump, leaving space for Make-A-Wish. Make-A-Wish gets
And that's
bumped
a goal.
up high, and a goal comes out to tie this one up.
And I I believe that was Make-A-Wish just getting a bump. I'm not sure who beats two defenders in Bluey. All he had to do was not miss. And all the Reapers already doing leagues better than they had in the last game.
Luca looking to go, but gets sent away by Sizz. And, you know, Jaegers, one thing I want to touch on. Last time we saw Krakens on stream, they were up 2-0, and then they almost got reverse swept. So you know that's got to be in the back of their mind as Reapers trying to avoid getting swept. Luca, a nice little dribble. Bluey with a big save on the goal line. And a nice touch out as Make-A-Wish going to give that one over to Mitch. This ball up. A good dunk by Sizz. Going to leave some space. Bluey just so far back as third man. And that's just something that can't be happening when you're trying to avoid a sweep, Jaegers.
Absolutely. And you did say in the back of the Kraken's minds, but honestly, knowing Luca and knowing Mitch, I don't think that's the case. They're really they're casual with it. They're gonna go hard, but in terms of their personalities, I feel like they're kind of just vibing right now.
Yeah, I mean, and they have every reason to be comfortable especially last game, an outstanding performance, and this game a little bit quieter from a lot of bit quieter from Krakens. They have about 8 less goals than they did last game, but Mitch trying to put this one up for Luca. Luca gets shut down. Sizz popping this one up. Bluey looking to take over. Gets 50'd out to the sidewall. Make-A-Wish up. This ball, hard read from Coffee. Coffee sends it away, and Luca opting to touch that one into his own corner. The net open. Mitch gets the save off the crossbar. Oh, and the Kraken's defense stays strong.
Honestly, I thought that was in the back of the net, and credit to Mitch. That was an amazing save. Oh my goodness. What a way to keep this game tied.
Yeah, somebody clip that one because that is a potential save of the season already, but Make-A-Wish trying to extend the series, puts one in.
Make-A-Wish just with the searching shot. I think Sizz may have confused Luca. Luca thinking Sizz was gonna hit the ball, and Sizz goes for the 5,000 IQ fake to put his team on top.
Yeah, we saw it earlier in this series where Luca actually kind of faked out the Reapers, but had it happen to him, and Mitch tying this one up quickly.
And Mitch just going to read off the backboard. Coffee probably calming that he was missing, and Mitch, due to the calm, was able to realize that before the Reapers, and the Krakens going to capitalize off of that whiff.
Yeah, Bluey with a nice air dribble gets bumped off of it though. This ball dangerous in the midfield. Sizz can't quite get the touch he wanted to. Mitch, Coffee both gonna miss. Sizz gonna miss. Coffee plays this one down. Sizz is in the corner though. Make-A-Wish gets it past 2. An awkward ball. This one just awkwardly bouncing in the Kraken's half. Luca finally gonna relieve that pressure as we see a little chain dash there on the wall. I love seeing these Titan players and their mechanics. Is this one just gonna find its way into an open net?
And Bluey going to put yet another in the back of the net. It seems like the Reapers are finally finding their rhythm, Squirrel.
Yeah. One thing in the Titan League, you do not want to give a team momentum because they can just take it and run with it as uh, it's looking like we might have a game 4 here. Luca trying to do everything he can to seal this one. Coffee off the corner. This ball awkward. Sizz racing back to get this one. Luca already up in the air. A good dunk. A demo comes out by Make-A-Wish, and that might just seal it as this ball up in the air. 0 seconds. It just has to touch the ground, and there we have it. We avoid the sweep.
Well, Squirrel, we don't have another sweep. GG's by the Reapers to breathe some life back in their team. And if you're the Krakens, you're not worried about it yet, but you have to be thinking about that almost reverse sweep in the back of your mind. And do you think the Reapers can do it?
Um, I think they can. They certainly showed a lot of great potential there in that game. Their shooting was good, their defense looked great, and they actually outshot the Krakens, and that's something that a lot of teams aren't going to do this season. So good shout out to the Reapers there. But Jaegers, I genuinely think if the Reapers can win this game, I don't see the Krakens fending off 2 reverse sweeps on stream.
Absolutely. And, it's very unlikely that lightning strikes twice. But, if anything happens, it's going to happen on Forbidden Temple, where the ball bounces crazy places and dreams go to die.
Yep, we'll see who can read these corner bounces a little bit better. As the word around the street is they're not quite the same as every other map, and Luca hits that one off the corner of the goalpost. Probably goes in on a normal map, but hey, Jaegers, it's not a normal map.
Yeah, it's Forbidden Temple. And always knew there was something funky about it, and I do have my questions as to why it's still in the rotation. But Austin said it is because it is. So here we are, and we're dealing with it, and hopefully it lives up to its name.
What it is, man. It is what it is. Is Mako throwing that one off the back wall. Coffee there to shoot. Can't find the top corner. Bluey, good control. Gets a nice flick. Make-A-Wish can't find the demo on the goalie. Luca sending that one far across. Sizz up, but Mitch, good control. Trying to stay in front of that. Coffee takes it from him. Bluey controlling the corner, and that's a few times, Jaegers, where we've seen Bluey just take a speeding ball and just completely stop its momentum.
Absolutely. What ball control by Bluey. And the man really popped off in the last game. He had top of the scoreboard, 2 goals to his name. But so far, this Reapers team is really meeting the task at hand and matching the Krakens to every ball.
Almost had an own goal there, but the
Yeah,
pinch comes out to send that one out. Make-A-Wish demos Luca. Coffee drops this one down for Mitch. Mitch not close enough. This ball hard off the wall. Luca, a good job reading that one there. As Sizz opts to fake that one. Mitch with a booming clear. What is Bluey gonna do with it? Bluey actually gets beat by Mitch. This ball up high. Sizz, good control into the corner. And, with half the game gone by, 0-0 Jaegers. This is the closest game we've seen so far. Can you give us some insight as to why?
Well, both teams are playing with a bit of swagger, and that 9-1, 9-2 game is way in the past. Both these teams playing like Titan players, and they really are putting on a show.
Yeah, the offense and defense looking good from both of these teams. As a miss comes out, Make-A-Wish can't quite get it. Sizz pre-jumps Luca. Coffee, no boost. Trying to get this one out. Gets it by 2 defenders actually with no boost, but Sizz, a full tank to work with, gets the flip.
Oh,
maybe he didn't get the flip. I can never tell. Bluey off the wall. What?
I was gonna say, you know how Rocket League is with flip resets. Sometimes you think you got it, looks like you got it, but you don't. But sometimes you have no idea how you get the flip reset, and You just have it. You don't realize till after you're about to hit the ground and do a wave dash or whatnot.
Yeah, and speaking of wave dash, Luca with the little wave dash demo there. Uh, Good mechanics out of him, and he's always been one to watch. Always been impressive here in the Titan League, as he is one of the most decorated players in Nemesis, and his
Oh, what a
teammate
save!
doing a good job supporting him as Luca put a great shot on, but an even better save. This ball is up, goes under Mitch, gets the bump on Luca, the net kind of open, Bluey sends it high as Reapers seem like they've had so many chances, Jaegers just can't quite find the back of the net.
And one comment I wanted to make, Squirrel, is Luca. I believe he was a 2 or maybe 3-time champion, 2-time MVP. And to make matters more, he's 7 all time on the demos list. If that makes you think anything, as the Reapers are going to miss the open net on that one. And with 30 seconds left, we still have a tied game, and anything can happen going into OT.
Jaegers, I feel like this game should have been like 3-0 in favor of the Reapers. Just how many chances they've had, but just can't quite find the accuracy. And sometimes, it might not be the other team's defense. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy, just being slightly off target, and it might come back to bite them in the butt as we're about to head into overtime. 3 seconds left. All the ball has to do is hit the ground, and we'll go into a do or die situation for the Reapers.
The scariest thing on Nemesis, Game 4 OT on Forbidden Temple. And right now, both these teams, all it takes is one bounce as Bluey is going to try and 50 Luca, but the Krakens going to put this one away at least for the time being.
Yeah, and now Krakens with control. Bluey, good job sending that one away, but Luca already up for that. Gets a nice contest there on the end of that aerial. Coffee to the corner. Bluey is up off the back wall. Mitch does a good job. Gets a little ground pinch there. Both teams racing to that ball, but Sizz, a big clear out. Luca, good control. Gets it past 2, but Bluey, we've seen him control the ball well on his own. As Mitch, impeccable backboard defense, and right now, Jaegers, you can tell that neither team wants to lose this game.
Neither team wants to lose this game, Squirrel, and you're talking about backboard defense and just defense in general. Luca has 5 saves in this game, and on the other team, Sizz has 4. Both players doing what they need to do to keep their team in the game. And with attack after attack, Bluey has a flick here, could get past Mitch, but Mitch makes it back in time with 0 boost. But however, this is a dangerous attack as Luca able to save that one away. It wasn't registered, but it did the job as, oh my goodness, Make-A-Wish almost own goals it, but Luca puts in the back of the net for the Game 4 victory.
I think we had a almost Cuck's pinch on goal, followed by a save of the Cuck's pinch on goal. The ball bounces straight back to Luca, and that's just how the series ends, Jaegers.
Well, we were talking about earlier, Squirrel. Forbidden Temple is a weird map. Weird things happen, and that was no exception.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're a Reapers fan or a Reapers player, there's no shame in that one. You took a game off of them. You had a really close game there on Forbidden Temple. Just slight shooting accuracy, and then boom, your next thing you know, you'd be in Game 5 with the #1 team in Titan League. But Krakens showing why they deserved that #1 spot, putting up a dominating performance, especially in game number 2 where it was 9-2. So a great way to end the night off, Jaegers, following 2 sweeps. We didn't get the Game 5, but we did get a lot of good content.
Absolutely, and I mean, Game 2 Reapers, they showed that that's not who they were, and really in the rest of the series, they met the match the whole time, and it was just a very entertaining series the whole way through.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were entertained the whole way through, as that is going to do it for tonight. Make sure you check us out on socials. We have an Instagram, a Twitter. Check out the YouTube. Join the Discord if you're not already in the Discord. And make sure you continue to join us on Wednesday as we continue to make that push for Twitch partner. If you know anybody that wasn't watching the stream tonight, make sure to get them out here on Wednesday, as we have some exciting matchups planned for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a great night, and we'll see you later.